Hi, COMI family. So this is another COMI talk show we are heading to. So we are at Master Unions, that's in Gurgaon Business Institute, and we have been hearing about Master Union every day, and it's a buzz of the town because it's related to education, scholarship, and I have to know more about it. So let's hear from the director of Master Union. Welcome to the show, Swati.
Thank you, Shruti. Thanks very much.
So I think I just first compliment that I love the interiors of Master Union. It doesn't look like a college or a school education institute. It's more look like a very professional setup. It's a beautiful place.
Thank you. No, it is situated in the heart of Gurgaon in DLF Cyber Park. Because we're grooming the students to become business leaders, right? So we wanted to give them a little bit feel of where business leaders stay and where they work. But trust me, inside the campus, it is very much college-like. They have their Tanya nights and Diwali nights.
We'll take a tour of that too. So tell us about Master Union, because I have also heard about this business institute. But how did it start? When did it start? And more about it.
Sure. So Masters Union started in the year 2020, right? And it was started by people who have studied in India but have also studied abroad, and could see the difference in terms of the quality of their education, right? So for example, I am an IIT Delhi grad. Typical go to IIT, life set ho jayegi, right? So went to IIT Delhi and realized that my interest doesn't lie in engineering, and a lot of IITs do end up in business roles. Right? So I ended up going to Bain & Company. It's a strategy consulting firm. Worked there for 5 years, and the eventual step was to do an MBA. I went to Wharton, University of Pennsylvania, one of the top 3 business schools in the world, to do my MBA. And when I studied there, I could see the difference in terms of how we were taught or who was teaching us, right? So it was more, there was obviously a lot of exposure because people from all across the countries, different countries were coming, but it was also very, very practical. Very learn by doing stuff rather than just learn by reading books, which I did.
More practical hands-on over there.
And we had people from the industry coming and teaching. I've had like Satya Nadella come and take a session.
Wow, lucky you.
Yeah, I remember the auditorium was full, and the alumni like Sundar Pichai and everything.
Okay, you met him?
I didn't meet him, but he's also a Wharton alum. Okay. So there were times when he was coming to the campus, and a lot of alumni were just coming, and you were doing these sessions with them, and you were learning from how they have built these great companies.
And I think that is inspiring and motivates you.
It motivates you. It's every week you're meeting a CEO and you're listening to their stories. Then obviously by at the end of the 2 years, you're like, this is not that tough. I can also do it. You get that inspiration. So we realized that difference of education, and we said, India has great business leaders. Pretty much all the tech companies in US are today being run by Indians.
Proud Indians.
But then why is it that none of our business schools are coming in the top world business rankings, right? We don't have anything in the top 20 or 30. Why is that? So we said, okay, we are taught in business schools to be the change that you want in the world. Then we said, okay, we will set it up. So in 2020, Masters Union started with its PGP program, or the 1 year MBA.
Okay, 1 year.
1 year.
That's completely different than other 2 years.
Yeah, but these days, 1 year MBA is becoming very common. ISB is doing it. NCR in France and Singapore is doing it. Even IIMs are thinking of switching to that side. So we started with our 1 year, PGP program in tech and business management. And we said, we will make 2 differences to how the education is delivered in India. One, we said CXOs will come and teach. So if you go to any college today, most of the time your academicians, people who spend time on research are teaching you. But the world has changed so much in the last 15 years that if you did your PhD, let's say 25 years back in marketing, it was on 25 years back, we were in the year 1998. Right? So the marketing was happening on TV. It was happening on radio, billboards, and today it's happening on YouTube, Facebook, right? Insta. So the world has changed so much in the last 15 years that unless people who are working in the industry are coming and teaching you, you may not have the right set of new age skills that are required in today's world, right? So we pretty much have. For digital marketing, we have a senior Facebook executive come and teach. For product management, we have a senior Razorpay executive come and teach. We also have people, faculty from Harvard and Oxford, come and teach you subjects like communication, public policy. Right? So that's how we started. And within 3 years, we were so successful that our placements were higher than even IIM Ahmedabad's placements. Right? And when that happened, that made us question as leadership that what are we doing right? There's so much demand in the market.
I think the kids must be really, appreciating it, and there will be, wow moments, because this is something that everyone looks forward. Because it's not easy to meet, these people, influential people, inspiring people, because we can watch them on YouTube. But, meeting them, listening to them directly, face to face, is altogether. Any experience you want to share that any student came to you or something you want to share, moments there?
Yeah, absolutely. So, and it's not even that the CXOs are coming once in a while. These CXOs actually come and teach you proper courses. So if your course is running for 3.5 months, right, which is the duration of a semester, they are coming to the campus
and they're teaching as a
professor.
Oh, wow.
They're teaching you for those 3.5 months.
Can you name few who are associated with Master Union?
Yes, we have Manoj Kohli, who is a former CEO of Airtel, former CEO of SoftBank India. He's also the chairperson of our board, and he teaches course on management here. And in his class, now you were asking about examples, right?
Yes.
The student came to me and he said, he's talking about how Airtel went on to becoming Airtel, and how did Airtel made its brand despite having huge competition from so many next to a hospital. Because if you're trying to become a surgeon, then you need to learn how surgery is done, right? Then how is it that when it comes to business management, when it comes to engineering, then we're just reading books and becoming business managers, right? Like when
I remember I am an MBA, so it's always having a theoretical, you have to just give the exam for advertising. There was some case studies were there, but that exposure was not there.
Building a company.
We started at Philip Kotler and all that. We used to mug up and do the case studies and give the exam, but that thing that we were asked to do something practical, I think that was not there, and that's why maybe something is still there. Remember, most of the things is vanished because it was like more of
you learned it for the exam.
Yes.
At Masters, you need 50% of your curriculum is practical. So if I talk about our undergrad program, right, which is a 4-year undergrad in tech and business management.
So how many programs are there that Master Union is running?
So we have 2 flagship programs.
One
is our 1-year MBA that has been there for 3 years now. And the second one, which we started this year, is the 4-year undergrad program, which is for people who just finished their 12th. So if somebody just finished their 12th and wants to study tech and business management, then this is the course.
It's 4-year programs.
Yeah, it's a 4-year.
How one can apply to this?
So it's the process of application is very, very similar to how an Ivy League application process is, right? So the first step is for you to fill up an application form. In the application form, we are asking you your academic details, your extracurricular details, and we're also asking you two very specific questions. These are called essay questions. First question is, what is your ambition in life, and what have you done till now to achieve it?
Okay.
Right? With this, we want to understand what is the kind of student that's applying to us. What are the plans in life? Are they really hungry for growth, for career success? Or is it that, I'm applying because
I have to complete my graduation.
I have to complete my graduation and
happens.
Correct. So we really want to look for students who have fire in the belly.
Right.
And the second question we ask is, what resources will you leverage at Masters Union?
Okay.
Now with that question, we want to understand, do you know us enough?
Okay.
Right? It should not be that you're applying to Masters Union because your parents said so and hence you're applying.
Right.
You should know the value add that we bring to the table. Right? Should know that, hey, at Masters Union, I want to leverage these many resources because we have so much, right? We have a global immersion program where you can actually go abroad.
Okay.
We have a local consulting challenge where you actually can work with a company in this area.
Okay.
And apply your course learnings to that company's specific problem.
Okay. And this happens second year or which year?
That happens in the second year. I can talk through the curriculum once we finish this, right? But we have a load, we have our own fund that we use to invest in our own startups.
Right.
But also, students interested in finance get a chance to just manage that fund, right? So, if you're interested in VC or fund management, then you will probably use that resource.
Right.
So it's very important for the students to know what they want to leverage here. So
I understand. Obviously, that mindset is very important, and how they want to pursue further. What is the goal of their life? So then you can able to help and guide them. Is there any eligibility criteria? You said these questions are there, but there's some parameters that you shortlist on?
Yes. So the first is the application process where we look at that your acads are good enough, your extracurriculars are good enough, you have the right intent, right? And if you have your SAT, JEE scores or IP MAT scores, then submit that.
That is okay.
But we consider it, but this is optional. If you have it, submit it. If not, that's okay. If you get shortlisted after the application stage, then we ask you for an aptitude test.
Okay.
Now, this is a 2-hour long aptitude test with 45 questions.
Okay.
You can take it from home, but it's proctored. So the camera needs to be on. It's proctored, but you can take it from home.
Okay.
And it's based on data interpretation, logical reasoning, numerical ability. Right? So you take that for 2 hours. Once you clear that stage, then we invite you for an offline interview and a business simulation.
Okay.
Now, interview is a one-on-one interview between you and one of our leaders here, where we try to know more about who's the person behind the application. Right? But we also have a business simulation, which is a group discussion between 5 to 6 students based on a case study that we've given you in advance. Now, that is
for both programs you're talking about? MBA as tech?
Most of the application process is similar, but I'm talking right now about the undergrad program. Because the applications for our MBA is almost done for this year.
What do you call this undergrad program?
Undergrad program in tech and business management.
Okay.
And the degree that you're getting with this is a Bachelor of Management Studies from Delhi University.
Okay.
If you are a math student in 12th,
right.
And if you're not a math student, then you're getting a Bachelor of Commerce from Delhi University.
Wow, that's nice. Delhi University part is very nice because many people will like to listen that the connect because what happens when you go to corporate, they always look forward at where you coming from. When you say that Delhi University certificate is there, so I think it's add on the profile.
Yeah, the degree is from Delhi University, but you'll be surprised that today corporates, right? Delhi University also has 50 colleges. So corporates have stopped looking at the university brand. They look at which college did you spend your 4 years at.
Okay.
Right? Because in Delhi University also there is ranking.
Right.
So if you go and meet any CXO today, Masters Union is a brand in itself. So the students are being hired or given jobs not because of the DU degree. They're being given jobs because because they have
I was
spent
coming to that point only.
4 years at masters.
Yeah, what are the plans for placement? I was coming. The next question was the same, So, what are the how the placement part is? How the master unit helps.
So we have a full-fledged dedicated placement team, right? If you look at our record till now, our BGP placements have been stellar. Our average package is at around 33 lakhs in India.
That's nice.
Our highest is 64 lakhs.
Right.
And you name the company, ranging from your consulting firms like Bain, BCG, right, KPMG, E&Y, to your tech firms like Google, Microsoft, to your startups, Red, Acre, right, Zero, all the big ones. I mean, the full report is obviously on the website, but pretty much all these companies who go to the top tier colleges in India are coming to Masters Union. And they're coming here because their executives are coming and teaching. So they are teaching you the skills. A product person comes and teaches you product management. Then he or she is teaching you the skills that Microsoft needs. Then why would they not come?
Yeah, I really, it's really interesting because obviously they are getting ready for the corporate life. They are already getting those skills and that exposure that is required in that. It's really interesting. I think that is a different something which I am, because this thing was lacking, which I feel that you have started. Perfect. We're talking about the curriculum about the course.
Yes, so our undergrad program in tech and business management is a 4 years, as I said.
Yes.
The last year is fully the industry training, but I'll talk about the first 3 years.
Yes.
So the first year is focused. It's called build your fundamentals in tech and business management. Every year is divided into 4 quarters, and quarter 1 and quarter 3 you are doing in-class curriculum, which means you are doing your courses, like accounting, finance, marketing, HR, ops. But quarter 2 and quarter 4, you are actually outside the class, applying these learnings to real businesses. So in your first year, you're doing first paycheck challenge, which means that whatever you've learned in your quarter 1, you go out, do a freelancing job or a dropshipping business or an internship, and you apply your learnings to your first paycheck challenge and earn the first paycheck of your life in those 2 months.
Wow.
Then at the end of the year 1, you have a global immersion program. So let's say you have multiple options. Let's say you pick Silicon Valley immersion, which means that you're interested in tech startups and you want to understand more about Silicon Valley, Mecca of tech startups, right? So we go to Silicon Valley. We go to offices of Google, Uber, Netflix, Facebook.
So these are all your partners that you exchange your.
So as you know, our CXOs come from these companies, right? They already come from these companies. And it's very easy for you. And in US it happens, right? Like when I was at Wharton doing my MBA, I went to these companies. So in India, we might feel how do we enter into these companies? But these educational tracks are so much the part of US ecosystem that if if you're doing it, it's not a big thing. They're so used to it.
So they're part of Master Union, I should say that, because they are also they are supporting Master Union and they come in spending time with kids and they understand kids because they have to spending time with them. They know their talent. So I think it's very easy for them also to pick the talent. What I see.
Correct, absolutely. So we go to offices of Google, Facebook, and all of these, and you meet the leadership there. You understand what kind of technologies or innovation.
So all the kids are sent for this program.
So we have multiple immersions. Like if you're interested in finance, then you would probably choose London and UK. If you're interested in automobiles, then you would choose Germany. If you're interested in Israel, for
so this is 2 months you're talking about?
This is a 1 month program, right? At the end of the year 1. So you pick based on your interest.
Year 1, I think they will.
This is for exposure, Shruti. I mean, I did a global immersion program to South Korea during my MBA. And it just opened my eyes to the world that I didn't even know. So we all use Samsung, right? We all use Hyundai cars. But I never thought of South Korea in that way. And when I went there and I saw the Hyundai plant, it's a massive facility. in 1 minute, one car is churning out.
Wow.
And I look at that and I'm like, okay, the power of a car manufacturer. And then the plant and the seaport were very close by. The car was actually going to the port and being loaded to the ship.
Right.
From the ship, it was going to India, US, wherever. But then I realized, I'm like, a company like that is contributing so much to the Korean economy.
Yes.
And same goes for Samsung. In the last 15 years, how much Samsung has
In every product.
in every product. And when I went to their experience center, I thought they must be working on some cool, smartphone technologies. And the experience center was full of technologies on smart home category, right? Which means that they are focusing so much on having a Samsung refrigerator, a Samsung washing machine, a Samsung mobile as well, who's going to control all of them.
I love Samsung mobiles. I am already using it. Yes.
And they want to own your whole smart home. So it just opens
Samsung
your eyes.
for quality, they have the camera for the phone, then Samsung.
But for a student, think about an 18-year, 19-year-old
That kind of exposure.
getting the exposure and starting to think in that way. The company like this impacting Korean economy. This is how South Korea is positioned in the world.
So how many students are there in one class?
So 120, and I think I'll just talk about the second year and third year also. So 120 students in the batch.
Okay.
60 students in a class.
Okay.
So 2 sections here, right? But yeah, coming back.
Second year.
The first year is this, giving you exposure.
Right.
Second year onwards, you can choose your electives. So we have specializations ranging from product management to data analytics to e-commerce to entrepreneurship. For students who want to build AI is part of, it's not specialization, but it's part of a different, if you're doing product management, you need to know AI.
Right.
If you're doing entrepreneurship, you need to know AI. So we have courses on AI which you can pick, but it can't be a specialization in itself.
Okay.
Right? So these are the specializations and you pick your courses in your tool. And here also we do out-class experiences like Google Consulting Challenge, where you act as a consultant. You work with a company and you solve their problems. I'll give you an example. Let's say a Starbucks store is facing an issue that we get long queues during the lunchtime, otherwise we're fairly late.
Right.
Right now you go there, you observe, okay, what is the length of the queue? And you apply the operations management concepts that you've learned.
Right.
And you just try and solve it.
Yes.
Right? And that's when you realize, okay, whatever I learned in that book or in that class,
I'm applying.
that's how you apply it in the real life, and that's how companies get real value.
Kind of satisfaction, you get.
And you learn it forever. Then you won't forget it for 4 years down the line.
And then you take an interest in learning more because you don't know when you're going to apply it.
Correct. So that's second year. The third year is focused on building you as a leader.
Okay.
Now, business management is about knowing these skills, but it's also about being a leader, knowing how to negotiate, knowing how to lead teams, knowing how to communicate very effectively. Right? All of that is taught to you in the third year, so that when you graduate, you have both aspects, the soft ones and the hard ones. So that's third year, where we also do industry treks. Let's say you're super interested in EdTech. Then we take you to Bangalore, we go to EdTech companies and we learn more about education.
Third year also you give them that exposure.
That exposure, because by then you know what you want, which industry you are interested in and all of that. And you also do leadership retreats. Now you say, why climb a mountain with your batchmates? But when you do that, you build skills like resilience, grit, never giving up. There will be times you'll be pushing your physical limits, you'll be pushing your mental limits, and you will be in team and you'll be working as a, you learn teamwork.
Right.
So all these skills I think you learn when you do these kind of activities, and I've done them in my MBA. And I learned a lot.
Yeah, I think that is coming from your MBA. All you're implementing what you learned.
Implementing that.
Right.
Because I didn't get that here, but I thought if I got all those experiences in my undergrad, I could have been a very, very different person, and I could have learned all those things much earlier, and probably could have had an even faster career trajectory or whatever it is. And today's kids are very, very smart, as you know.
Smart.
As
Oh,
you
and
know.
intelligent and like generated.
They can take all of this.
Yes.
I think at my time, I probably at the age of 18 wasn't even ready for all of this. But I meet students today, they're running their own startup.
Yes.
They're investing in the stock market. They're building their own apps.
Right.
And they have revenue, like they have legit revenues and profits.
It's very early, just start all this.
And I'm like, there's so much to learn from you.
Seriously, they are inspiring. We got so much exposure, and everything is connected to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, all these, social networks have got so much information. So people are learning. I think experienced people are also learning, and the kids are, getting their exposure. They're watching these videos. They're in the stories on Insta. There's so many things that people can say, wow, you can also earn as they're earning, and there's so many to learn, share. So I think that's really
And it teaches them hustle also, right? These skills like hustling, going out of your comfort zone and doing something, having the
challenging. I'll say that they challenge that if they can do, then I can also do. I think that is something very, very nice.
I also missed one point in third year. So we have dedicated 4 months for the students to build a startup.
Okay.
And our philosophy is that learn business by running businesses. So whether you're interested in startups or not, but if you spend those 4 months building the startup, you will learn a lot about it. How to get your first customer in, how to do customer research, how to build the minimum viable product, right, that your customer can probably.
So what kind of support you give them? You ask them to just prepare and start or any support?
No, full support. So it's a proper structured program, right? They go through, bi-weekly process, right? The first 2 weeks they're gonna focus on problem ideation, etc. And then they're gonna focus on building their MVP and so on. But these 2 weeks, terms, these are structured as in the faculty comes from outside, right? They take sessions on it. We usually invite founders to talk about it because founders have gone through that
journey,
right? And at the end of this 4 months, they're also pitching to the real VCs in the industry.
Okay.
So we get real venture capitalists to come and judge the pitch. And sometimes our students have gotten offers from the VCs saying, looks like a good idea, I'm ready to invest, you go ahead and continue.
So nice, so interesting. Before you pass out, you're already ready with your startup.
We had our alumni go to Shark Tank and raise funds from Piyush Bansal and Aman Gupta. The startup is called Bullspree, it's a stock market simulation.
Right.
Therefore,
I saw a video and I saw that. Yes, she was commenting on that. I saw that.
So exactly. So my point is that and you get all that nurturing and grooming because your professors are CXOs from the industry,
Because you're giving that exposure to them. You're giving that platform where they can relive their dreams. Maybe they would have thought, they would have seen that on TV and they're like, okay, we'll do something. But now we're saying, do it now.
And it's
that
easy
really,
because you have the network, you have the mentoring, they are dedicated mentors.
So you become a bridge, between I think the industry and the kids. There you will tell them that it's not difficult. You dream and then we are helping out to
And it's all possible. I mean, if these kids who are so talented, our admission process is really selective. So we make sure we have the right set of students. But once
because you were getting the industry people here, those experienced, inspiring people here, so you have to have some kids that you will have some goals in their life. Otherwise, I think it will not be nice.
But once they walk into this campus, after that, they get all the right opportunities that they need to, become the best versions of themselves.
Obviously, I think you have a vision also, much even it's setting a goal, for everyone. I think that you dream and we will support you. So anything else you want to add on to the students, to the parents, because COMI family is listening to us, and this was idea to know more about Mastery Union and also what a scholarship I missed it. I think a scholarship, you're running a Mastery Union, running a scholarship. So how to apply for that and what's the eligibility for that?
Sure. So we didn't talk about we talked about the application process, we talked about the fee and the scholarships. So our fee is around 29 lakhs for the 4 years.
Okay.
Right? And we have many scholarships, ranging from merit-based, which means that if you're good at CADs, then you apply for that. If you're good at extracurriculars, then you apply for the MU scholarship for extracurricular activities.
Okay.
If you're somebody who's run a startup and you're interested in hackathons, technical side of things, then you apply for the MU scholarship for tech leaders. So we have multiple merit-based scholarships, and we also have need-based scholarships.
Okay.
So depending on what criteria you fit into, you put it in your application form itself. Right, it's part of the application form. And many students even this year have gotten reward scholarships. Out of the batch of 120, 80 students will get scholarships, which means 65% of the batch is getting scholarships. Yeah, which is huge. But I think we don't want the financial constraints to become a detriment.
To give it a chance to the talent,
We also need talented students,
Yes,
right? Because
seriously.
when they graduate, they're going to build the Masters Union brand. The college is known by the alumni it has. Right. So that's the scholarship process. In addition to that, we are also right now running the Future Leaders Scholarship Program, which is for any student going to any college of their choice, but based on their IPMAT and JEE score. If they want to
Going to any college, they can apply for that.
Yeah, we are also running that.
Okay.
Because we believe that our aim is to support students and support the talent.
Right.
Now, it could be an engineering talent, let's say,
Right.
but the idea is that if you are one of the toppers of the JEE and IPMAT and you choose to go to the top colleges in India, it could be IITs, could be IIMs, could be BITS, could be Delhi University, we are here to support you.
Wow. And the lack of financial, they should not be lack.
Correct.
That is a beautiful thought, actually.
Otherwise, you will see a lot of Indian talent get wasted because these 4 years make or break a personality or a person. Right? So if you don't get on the right track in these 4 years of your 18 to 22, then the whole trajectory can get really wrong. But to your question on the last advice, right?
Yeah, because I think what I feel is a lot of stress when it comes for a career in 12, for the kids and parents, that what next, because you have to go to college, what do you want to do? Many times the parents and both are not clear that what should be the career goal.
Yeah.
So how do one select the career goal first, and how to de-stress oneself, and how the Master Union is helping in this area?
So I think we do a lot of information sessions, campus tours, because we are very new. So every Saturday 11 to 1. Now if anybody is in Delhi or Gurgaon, you can just come to the campus and attend the information session on Saturdays 11 to 1 to see and understand what Masters Union is. But to your broader point of how should parents deal with this situation, I feel that today's children know much more about the colleges they want to go into, about what they want to do. The stress comes when the parents are not on the same page, right? Then they are saying, "Arey, my mom is saying this, my dad is saying this."
क्योंकि उनके parent conditions होते हैं ना.
So my advice to parents is that the world has actually turned upside down in the last 30 years. So the kind of colleges that you went to as a parent or उस time पे जो demand में jobs थी,
Right.
कुछ नहीं.
Right. I agree. I think the other day I was attending one session and the gentleman was saying कि कितने हम लोग engineers देखते हैं कि बस engineering ना प्रोफाइल ना करके वो कुछ और कर रहे होते हैं. So it's not important that you're doing what course. It's about that what is your goal and what you like doing it. तुम्हें कहाँ आगे क्या करना है. So I think there's so many opportunities these days that parents should support.
And I've seen parents saying कि अरे इंजीनियरिंग करा देते हैं, हम देखो इंजीनियरिंग करके भी बिजनेस में जाएगा. तो आप पहले ये देखो कि कराना क्या है एंड देन आप ऑप्शंस देखो, बिकॉज जो 20 साल पहले ट्रू था या 30 साल पहले ट्रू था वो आज की डेट में बिल्कुल ट्रू नहीं है. सो यू विद योर मिसकंसेप्शंस यू माइट एक्चुअली पुट द चाइल्ड ऑन द रॉन्ग ट्रैक. So don't do that, but be open to the possibilities. Do the research, be open to what the child is saying, and don't get just influenced by uncles, aunts, and the society around you. Because if you talk to the corporate sector and the senior executives in the corporate sector, they'll actually tell you, what is happening in the hiring world and the placements world, and where do they go to hire in which colleges.
Right. I totally agree. I think that's really important that as a family, we should all give a chance because there's so much activities and opportunities there around the world.
Yeah.
That and the kids are really smart to explore them. Parents, should give a chance.
Correct.
But I think it's very difficult. It's a debatable point where the parents can also come in because when they say that kids doesn't know about the future, there's another kind of a debate that they go into. So I think it's really nice meeting you, Swati. And what Master Union is doing is amazing because what I feel that exposure you got abroad in London and you're bringing it here and you're giving that program where they're getting live interaction with the people they have been always looking forward to become.
Okay.
So listening from them and obviously learning from them must have been an amazing experience for the kids. And I think we look forward that more and more kids join your program and they benefit, and we see also them at a CXO level.
Absolutely.
Obviously, we're aiming for that. And India should create more people, more students, inspiring people. And anything else you want to say to the COMI family?
No, nothing. Just be open to your children's ideas, and I think be part of the research. I think this is a critical time, especially when it's a lot of stress. I know I went through it.
I know.
But just be open to your children's ideas and their research, and work with them. See what they're saying, and I think go to colleges, research more, talk to the leadership there, and understand yourself rather than just asking people around you.
Perfect. That sounds good. So I think Master Union is in Gurgaon, and you can just Google it and fix an appointment with them on Saturday, as Swati said, that you can explore the campus and meet the faculty and at least understand that what program they have and how kids get an exposure to the industry in the initial years and get some hands-on. So take care and be connected. Bye. Take care.
Thank you.